goes the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cousins. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the...
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by DJ Reed. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Wilson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0. NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. The lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, you're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too
here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Kid 33. Kid 33. Check. Hey,
Now Cousins. Incomplete. Right side to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. Looking left side, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been
taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
4th down, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. To throw is Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half. But that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Into the secondary, past the 40. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Play after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Blue there, blue there. Mike 54. Mike 54. You bet.
Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Hey, one set, Mike 54. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
To throw again is Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
final play of the half. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Handoff comes to Carr. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They go play action. Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He was trying to go back to more there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins. They still can't get him. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now a handoff as they run left side. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Cousins now to throw on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Vikings on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 61 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Cousins will try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.